people don't perhaps exactly understand what partnership means. It's not perfectly defined, but certainly what is defined is what it replaces. You know, we are now coming out of an era, a long era that was basically tactical in nature. And in that era, it was very difficult for us on our side to build long-term relationships. It was difficult to build an environment of trust because essentially every time the planning horizon was as long as a trial. When the trial ended, you had to compete for a new trial. And so, you know, the partnership, quote-unquote, world now allows us to take a perspective which is much longer term. And it really puts the CRO on the same side as the client. You know, we can plan together, we have a common outcome or a common fate into the future, and I think there is a lot of expertise on our side that we can start to bring to bear to help solve some of the problems that have been outlined in terms of effectiveness, efficiency, and productivity.
Another opportunity for many of the companies is around integration. And how you can pull various aspects of the drug development continuum together. If you look at that timeline from 8 years in the mid-'80s to 12 today, a lot of it is white space, and how can CROs help manage handoffs, eliminate white space, and create more value that way by helping to get molecules to market sooner is another way that we really do create value. And up until now, I'd say the vast majority of the way people have kept score really has been, around your ability to save money, and then your ability to meet their expectations. But I think going forward, there's going to be a lot more discussion around value creation because it actually dwarfs any savings that people could get through acquisition costs.
I think it all comes down as a group of companies or an industry, we can help our regulators and our customers drive towards standardization. That's what CDISC, which Paul is chairing, is all about. That's an example where I think it's beneficial to everybody and overall drug development.
Happiness is a function of expectations, right? And so it's very important that you set the expectations right up front and really be detailed and explicit about that when you go into a partnership, or any relationship really for that matter, but certainly in a partnership, that's completely really key. And still many things can go in different directions, but at least you have a good foundational framework based on which you can judge what is good and what the expectations were.
There's a lot of talk about risk sharing between CROs and pharma companies, and I think you need to define that a little bit. There's different kinds of risk. There's operational risk. I think there can be scientific risk. There can be financial risk. There's different forms of risk, and I would say that one of the things that I think is important is CROs, because of our model, we haven't really engaged in scientific risk. That's the purview of pharma companies based on their experience, their history, their knowledge, etc. I mean, they are taking bets, scientific bets on particular molecules, etc.